Hello and welcome back to the Vintage Unicorn. Are you feeling sexy? Are you feeling dangerous? Are you feeling just a little extra today? Because I sure as shit am. So this is the look that I am doing. I had an idea to do an eye art episode, but instead of eye art, I wanted to do a messy eye art. So flames, I'm feeling phoenix feathers, I'm feeling angel wings, I'm feeling really proud of this look. Just showing one more time up close, and it was really easy to do. It's kind of just anarchy on the eyelid. So if you want to see how I did this with the cut crease and the flames and all that, please continue to follow me. We are so close to our Kat Von D giveaway that there's something I need to announce at the end of the video about the next giveaway. So thank you so much again, and mwah. All right, let's get started. This is going to be an epic look. It's going to take some time, and I don't want this video to run too long, so I'm just going to get onto my normal skincare routine, and then we'll get right into the artistry. All right, so because this look is so intense, I just want to go in real quick and add a little bit of shading in the crease and up to the brow bone. Just adding a little bit of eye primer. This is my city color, my new go-to. And then I'm going to be working out of the Subculture ABH palette. Any palette you want to use works. We just want something to be on the eye that the intense drawing can be on top of. And this is going to be hopefully a very flamey, smoky kind of look, but I still want to incorporate the idea of fire. And I'm feeling pretty fiery today in my little ringer outfit, so let's go in. I'm just going to take a little bit of edge on a Morphe blending brush and just get it in the crease and start blending it. I know a lot of people really don't like this palette, but I can kind of give my input as to why. I remember I received this palette a couple weeks ago, and I had loved it when I tested it in store. And I think it's just the difference between looks that you want. If you want a messy grunge eye, then this is a great palette. It is highly pigmented, it has some beautiful jewel tones, but on top of that, I mean, it allows for you to build and not kind of stay in the lines. Now, is it a difficult palette to use? Absolutely. Is it your daily go-to for a natural glowy look? No, it is not. It's a difficult palette to use. It takes a lot of patience and a lot of blending, but that doesn't make me love it any less. And on top of the edge, I'm going in with New Wave just to intensify that kind of orangey brown. Same brush, and then all I want to do is add a little bit of I want to add a little bit of glimmer, so I am going to actually go in with Adorn, which is one of the cream glitters, and instead of using my finger, I just want to blend out those two colors, adding Adorn into the mix, which will deposit a little bit of color and a little bit of glitteriness on both. In fact, if I were to be honest, I would not buy the Modern Renaissance palette. There's nothing in there that jumps out at me, and it kind of looks like, you know, shade but no shade. It looks like the same palette that everyone makes. It's a very beautiful palette, nudes and reds and mauves, but like everyone has that palette right now. These colors are truly exemplary, in my opinion. They do require a little bit of cleanup, but for this look, there was no question I was gonna go for it. So the next thing I'm going to do is carve out my crease so that I can get the Scarlet color underneath, and then we're gonna go straight in for the drawing. By going in with the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer and a little concealer brush, I just want to build out that shape. I don't know why this smells good to me. Every time I use it, I'm just like, oh my gosh, it smells so good. And because we are using the ABH palette, there is a little bit of fallout, but that's all right. And that's what cut creasing is for. So I'm gonna match the other eye, and then we're gonna get back to it. All right, so with the exception of the ABH, all the products I'm using in this are cream. So I'm going back to my tried and true, my Kat Von D 24-hour brow, which I have still not worn on my brows for more than a minute. It was kind of clownish, but my gosh, is it a beautiful pigment. I've actually thought about picking up some other shades so that I could play with it the same way, you know, using it as a lid pigment. And because it's a vegan formula, it is very gentle on the eye. It's a little difficult to get off, but I find that Pond's cold cream gets it off the best. And so that's what I want to do. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye and fill them in. Now that the Kat Von D is nicely applied, I want to go back into the ABH palette in the color All Star using the brush that came with the palette just to make it a little bit more of a dark crimson. And just blending that in because there is going to be a lot of smoke going on. So it's kind of like a smoke and fire look. And I actually might switch to the other side, which is a little bit of a blending fluff because that got a little messy really quickly. All right, this is where we take a deep breath, pull out our gel liner, and start having fun. So I am going to be using an angled brush of any sort. I have some angled brushes on their way from Morphe, but I wasn't gonna wait for them for this video because I just wanna see how it looks. And basically what I wanna do is start drawing a crease and start building out the flame. And to do that, I am just going to start seeing what the over looks like if I try and connect flame. And I want it messy. I want it the fire of the burning heart within. And this is just going to take some time, artistry, and creative understanding that it's not going to be perfect. I'm using a gel liner on my face. It's not like drawing flames on paper. We are literally turning our eyes into art. So I am going to continue with that. Also, what I want to do is connect this wing through the crease. And do the same on the other eye. Make sure there's enough on there. And make sure those are about even. If they're not, this is when the flaming is really gonna come in. And to draw the flames, it's just like drawing a bunch of mini wings. And then also not adding too much because, of course, I want there to be smoke as well as fire. And then just feathering it out. I love this song. I think it's giving me the confidence to keep this going. All right, now that I have that base, I want to go in and be a little bit more specific. So I'm going to just grab my little Tartist brush and get it really nicely coated and wipe it off so that it is a flat, clean edge to work with, and continue drawing those flames in a little bit more intricacy. And making sure to smoke everything out. Now, if I want to, a thought that I'm having is this eye is a little bit more intense down at the bottom, and it's just going to be a continuation of building those flames. It's a lot different. Sometimes in my makeup, I like to draw like a little cat or something on my crease, but this is a little bit different. So what I'm thinking is when I do art on paper, sometimes if you think of tiger stripes, you get a really nice effect of flames. And tiger stripes are really imprecise. So for some of the ones that are a little bit chunky, just going in and dabbing. It's really important that the only place the flames are truly flames and predominant are these areas attached to the wing. And then just flaming it out by pulling and flicking. You don't need to add a whole lot of liner for this. You want it to be somewhat dirty, you want it to be somewhat Sorry, I am having trouble multitasking. But you want it to be a little bit amorphous, because when we go back in with the red, we are going to really showcase those flames. Alright, so I'm only noticing that the left eye doesn't have as much darkness as the right, for which I'm just going to rub back and forth and then continue just feathering it out. And I'm going to keep doing that for a while until I've reached a kind of mass level that I'm happy with. Alright, I am really happy with how this turned out. It is very smoky, very flamey, and it's just going to take continually dragging that brush and building. Almost like you're feathering. Alright, so this is where the eye gets taken up to the next level. We are going to turn to a full Arabic eye because I want it dark. And using the same Ofra gel liner, I am going to bring this down quite far. And fill in that liner. And I really feel for the alternative look series, this might be one of the most alternative looks I've done. And then I want to feather that Arabic eye. Very, very, very pow. Alright, so last thing is I'm going to go back in with the Kat Von D and accentuate those flames using a clean angled brush, or if you still have the angled brush that you used the Kat Von D on in the first place, you're welcome to use that as well. I can't seem to find where I put that, so just going to grab a perfectly clean angled liner brush. Making sure it is, because sometimes I don't look it. Alright, and just grabbing a nice little notch of it on the end, wiping it clean so that it's about there. You can also do this with lipstick. And then I just want to accentuate the areas where the flame has some graying. So I don't want too much gray. I want the flames to have red and black. And just tapping that product on and around the edges will be the best way to achieve an unintentional look. And there's also nothing wrong with blending it in from the inner eye. So going in again on the other side and just trying to fill in any of the areas that are gray or maybe more skin toned. Now, as an optional step, which I will show, though it was not in my original thought, you could take a yellow eyeshadow once this cream product combination dries down, and you could turn it into some real flames. Because I'm noticing the Kat Von D is catching that ochre really nicely and really bringing it out. So it's almost like a modern art piece on the eye. And instead of letting it drag completely, I want pure streaks of the red rather than a blend. Almost like a butterfly wing. It's cool. I've seen so many drawings of people doing like flames on their eyes and stuff, and I just wanted to try a messier approach at it for my eye art alternative. And just pressing that red. So now I am going to go ahead and follow on to the next optional step. I'm going to grab my Take Me Back to Brazil palette and add a little bit of yellow. So lights, camera, lashes later, and here we are, my Phoenix alternative eye art look. So it's very wingy, it's very messy, and up close I just love it. It's so much more than just drawing a little kitty cat in the crease, and that's kind of what I was hoping for. So I added some lashes in Angel Baby by SugarPill and Underage Red by Kat Von D, and the rest I kind of just left as I wanted it. So I want to thank each and every one of you guys for continuing to rock with me. We are almost there to the Kat Von D giveaway. I can't even believe it. And I want to let you guys know a little bit of a secret. This morning I set my alarm and I sniped out Jeffree Star for the Blood Sugar palettes, several of them, and that's going to be my next giveaway for my 500 subscriber celebration. Not if, but when, because I have just so much confidence in what I'm, not necessarily what I'm doing, but how much I want it. So thank you guys, and please come back again, and I am gonna go get ready to see my husband and see what he thinks about this look. Mwah.